and the kind of contribution he's made to the Kannada film industry and also the Kannada language?
See, there are two things. One is that Dr. Rajkumar, his father, he was a matinee idol. He was the greatest star that we saw. One is that he could act and sing. Similarly, Appu also could act and sing. So, as a child star, I mean, we all saw him with our eyes wide open because he was this child star. And he acted as Prahlada. His father was Hiranyakashipu in that film. I mean, that's the film that, struck us all. Because, like I said, I'm about the same age as him. So, we've all literally grown up together. So, he became the superstar. He won the National Award for acting for Better the Who, which was about this little boy and an English woman. We've grown up seeing all of this, and later he became this big star. Not only was he acting, but there are many songs that he sang. Many songs that he sang for other actors and films of other actors, which made those songs and those actors also shine. His singing. So he was a fabulous dancer, and he could move like no one else did. You could put him on par with the best dancers in the country. And above all, he was the most amazing human being, most unaffected by the superstardom of his father as well as his own. See, it's not easy being a superstar son. It's also not easy being a child star and then to go on to become a star. So I think from the minute he was born till the minute he's gone today, there was never a dull moment. He was always a shining star. So it would not have certainly been easy for him to handle all of that. And yet such poise, such simplicity, you will be amazed. I have not seen any actor be so simple despite that stardom. His eldest brother Shivarajkumar also is very similar. Shivana also is as humble as his father. It's just it's their genes, it runs in their family. They're all like that. They amaze you with their humility and their love for everyone, their respect for elders, for co-actors,
What's shocking, Malvika, is that he's the youngest of the three brothers. In fact, we know that Raghu, the other brother, he was unwell for a little while. He's still fit now. Shiv Kumar has always kept good health. Puneeth, for one, was so into fitness. He was often seen to be following a very strict routine, a regime. Exercising was part of his daily routine. So this is what really comes as a massive shock. A block in his heart, and he felt that uneasiness. He got himself tested. He got to the hospital itself. In fact, got to a clinic, got himself tested. The doctor said, please get to the hospital immediately. You have some blocks. En route to the hospital, he survived the whole of last night, and this morning, en route to the hospital, he had a heart attack. And that's what's so hard for us to digest.
Yeah, I agree with you. Raghu was not all right for a while. And I remember how we all, visited him, and he also held on and fought. But this is just, I cannot even begin to understand what Ashwini must be going through his wife and his kids. I do not know, I don't know, my whole head is splitting, my heart just breaks to even discuss this. Who would have thought a few hours ago that we'd be discussing Appu about like this? Paying him tribute, oh, for heaven's sake, God is really unkind. He's been to us today. He's been to all of Karnataka, to all the Kannada film fans, to us as people of the state, as friends. Who would have thought? And because the last time I met him at the KGF shoot also, he said, I must come home and, spend time with you all at home, and I must spend... I said, should you even ask? He said, no, I'm going to come. And a week ago or so, I think 8-10 days ago, Avinash was shooting with him, and he finally said the same thing and said, sir, I must visit you all, as soon as I can. And who would have thought? Who would have thought that we'd be discussing and paying tributes to him? You pay tributes to older people, to veterans, not to somebody your age.
You know, Malvika, I'm sure you agree with me. He really gave leaves of life to many in the film industry. Puneeth, in fact, was known for that. He always gave a helping hand to anybody struggling. And he was so concerned for people in the entire film set, not just, of course, himself and maybe the director, producer. He was really concerned about the spot boy, the light boy, just about everyone in the hierarchy there. And that's what made him a true superstar.
True, the entire family is like that, you know, also. Since you're saying this, I must tell you that when he visited me on the set the other day, you know, he of course came and hugged me and, you know, and said, when are you going to be minister? This and that. I mean, that conversation we have, but, you know, he hugged my sport boy with the same warmth, right? And said, Raja, hey, because it's been a long time and 1.5 years, there was no work, there was work on and off. Film business has been very dull, especially the second wave really took the toll on all of us. So I don't know, that's what amazes you about a person, right? That's what strikes you. And I remember going back and telling Avinash that, you know, Appu today hugged Raja and said, how are you? I mean, to remember, to recall, to recognize, and then to actually, you know, like I said, he could just be affectionate with everything.
Really shattering news, Malvika, but thank you very much. Here, the entire film industry is really taken aback with this really tragic news. Absolutely shocking. We're going to continue tracking these developments here. You see visuals on our screens there of the ambulance that's now just approaching the hospital. Possibly the final rites will be carried out in just moments from now. We're going to be continuing this live coverage coming in. But for now, shifting focus to some breaking news coming in.